Right now, while you sit here, the blood moving through your legs may be flowing at less than half the speed it should be. Not because something is wrong with your heart, not because you are ill, simply because of the way most of us spend our days. And after the age of 55, this invisible problem quietly becomes one of the biggest threats to your energy, your comfort, and your independence. Millions of people over 55 are living with poor leg circulation right now and have absolutely no idea that is what is making them feel the way they do. They think the cold feet are just a quirk. They believe the heavy legs at the end of the day are simply tiredness. They assume the swelling around the ankles is just a normal part of getting older. But here is what most people are never told. Those signs are not random. They are your body sending you a very clear message, and the longer that message goes unanswered, the harder it becomes to turn things around. Poor leg circulation is not just uncomfortable. Over time, it can lead to serious problems, including weakened veins, chronic swelling, and in severe cases, complications that can take away your freedom of movement. According to global health data from the World Health Organization, circulation-related conditions affect hundreds of millions of adults worldwide, and the risk increases significantly after the age of 50. What makes this especially serious is that many people never receive a warning until the problem has already caused real harm. As we age, the walls of our blood vessels naturally become slightly less flexible. The valves inside our leg veins, which work like tiny doors pushing blood back up toward the heart, begin to weaken after decades of use. Blood that should be moving upward starts to pool in the lower legs. And when we sit still for long periods, which most adults over 55 do every single day, whether watching television, reading, or traveling, the problem becomes dramatically worse. A major piece of research discovered something that every person over 50 should know. In healthy adults, sitting completely still for just 60 minutes caused blood flow in the legs to drop by up to 50%. Half of your circulation gone in 1 hour. Now imagine what happens after several hours of stillness. And here is what makes this even more remarkable. The same research found that just 20 seconds of deliberate calf muscle movement is enough to restore blood flow to nearly normal levels. 20 seconds. That is the power your own body holds. So let us ask the questions that really matter. How do you know right now whether your circulation is already struggling? Why do some people in their 60s and 70s move with ease, while others feel heavy and sluggish before the day is halfway done? What is the one common habit that is quietly making things worse for millions of people? And what can you do about all of this today, without expensive equipment and without turning your routine upside down? Stay with us through this entire video, because we are going to answer every single one of those questions. We have a 30-second self-test that will show you exactly where your circulation stands. We have 3 exercises you can do seated in just 5 to 6 minutes a day. We have 3 bonus strategies that work quietly in the background every single day. Before we go any further, please subscribe to this channel and tap the bell icon so you never miss a video like this one. And let us know in the comments where in the world you are watching from today. We truly love getting to know our community. Let us begin by understanding what is happening inside your legs. Think of your circulatory system like a two-way road. Your heart pumps fresh, oxygen-rich blood down to your legs through arteries. Once that blood delivers its oxygen and nutrients, it must travel back up to the heart through your veins. That return journey is the hard part, because blood has to travel upward against gravity. Your body has a brilliant solution for this. When the muscles in your calves contract, they squeeze the veins around them and push blood upward, much like squeezing a tube from the bottom. This is why the calf muscles are sometimes called the second heart. But when you sit still, those muscles are completely relaxed. Blood slows down and pools in the lower legs. Veins stretch slightly under the pressure. Valves weaken with time. And this process, repeated day after day, year after year, is what leads to the symptoms that millions of people are experiencing right now without knowing why. The wonderful news is that your body responds to movement far faster than most people realize. That 20-second recovery is real, and the exercises you are about to learn are built directly on that science. Your legs are not beyond help. They are simply waiting for the right signal. Now let us do the test. This is your personal 30-second circulation check. You will start with a score of 5 points and subtract 1 point for each of the following 5 signs that apply to you right now. Be honest with yourself. This is just for you, and knowing where you stand is the first step toward feeling better. Sign number 1, cold feet, even when the room is warm. Not just outdoors in cold weather, but cold feet while sitting comfortably inside a heated room. If your feet often feel noticeably colder than the rest of your body in ordinary conditions, subtract 1 point. Sign number 2, heavy legs by the end of the day. Not general tiredness from being active, but a specific feeling of weight and fatigue in the legs that builds as the day goes on, particularly in the late afternoon and evening. If this sounds like your experience, subtract 1 point. Sign number 3, ankle swelling at night with marks from your socks when you take them off. That visible indentation in the skin is a sign that fluid has been collecting in the lower leg tissue throughout the day. If this happens to you regularly, subtract 1 point. Sign number 4, nighttime calf cramps. The sharp, sudden muscle cramps that wake you from sleep, usually in the calf or just behind the knee. These are different from general muscle soreness. They arrive suddenly and can be quite painful. If you experience these regularly, subtract 1 point. Sign number 5, visible varicose veins or clusters of spider veins on the legs. Varicose veins are the enlarged, twisted veins that can sometimes be seen beneath the skin, often bluish or purple in color. Spider veins are the smaller, web-like clusters of broken capillaries near the surface. If you have either of these, subtract 1 point. Now look at your score. A score of 5 means your circulation appears to be in good shape. Keep watching to learn how to protect and maintain it. A score of 3 or 4 means early warning signs are present, and now is the ideal time to act. A score of 2 or below means your circulation needs genuine attention, and everything that follows is designed specifically for people in your situation. Whatever your number is, this is not about blame, and it is not about fear. Your score is information, and information gives you power. Exercise number 1, the seated march. This is the first exercise, and it is the simplest way to wake up leg circulation quickly. You do this entirely from your chair, with no need to stand, no strain on your knees or hips, and no equipment of any kind. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, your back reasonably upright, and your hands resting comfortably on your thighs or on the armrests. Begin lifting your knees alternately, as if you are marching in place while seated. Lift the right knee, lower it, lift the left knee, lower it. Keep a steady rhythm, aiming for roughly 1 lift per second, about 30 lifts per leg over 60 seconds. Every time you lift a knee, you activate the muscles in your thigh and lower leg, creating a pumping action through the blood vessels. Research has shown that this kind of rhythmic lower body movement can produce significant increases in blood flow within the first 30 to 60 seconds of activity. Not minutes, seconds. For someone who has been sitting for an hour or more, this 60-second routine is a genuine and immediate reset. Many people also find that once their legs feel less heavy after this exercise, energy and mental clarity improve as well. The connection between leg circulation and how we feel is well established. If you feel any discomfort, slow your pace or reduce the height of the knee lift. Even a gentle movement activates the pumping mechanism. Consistency matters far more than effort here. Exercise number 2, the leg extension with toe point. This second exercise works the full length of the leg, from ankle to hip, and creates what researchers describe as a circulatory wash, a movement of blood that travels upward through the entire limb with each repetition. For anyone who saw ankle swelling or sock marks in the test eye, this exercise is especially valuable. Begin in your seated position with both feet flat on the floor. Slowly extend your right leg out in front of you until it is as straight as feels comfortable for your body. Once extended, point your toes forward and away from you so that you feel a contraction in the calf muscle. Hold that position briefly at the top, then flex your foot back toward you, pulling the toes up so you feel a stretch along the back of the lower leg. Then slowly lower your leg back down to the starting position. That is 1 complete repetition. Do 10 repetitions on the right leg, then switch to the left and do 10 more. Take your time with each repetition. The slower and more deliberate you are, especially on the lowering phase, the more benefit you receive. Think of each extension as sending a wave of circulation from your ankle all the way up to your hip. The pointing and flexing of the foot is the critical part. Each time you point, the calf muscle contracts and squeezes the veins upward. Each time you flex, the muscle releases and refills with fresh blood. It is a rhythmic pumping action that closely mimics what walking does for circulation, adapted entirely for a seated position. If straightening the leg fully is uncomfortable, extend it only as far as feels right. Even a partial extension with the toe point and flex produces real benefit. Exercise number 3, the seated calf pump. This third exercise is the one most directly supported by the research on rapid circulation restoration. Remember the finding: 20 seconds of calf activation can restore blood flow to near normal levels after extended sitting. This exercise is the direct, practical application of that finding. Stay seated in your chair with both feet flat on the floor, roughly hip-width apart. Keeping the balls of your feet and your toes on the ground, begin raising both heels at the same time, as high as is comfortable for you. Hold briefly at the top, then lower your heels back down slowly and with control. That is one pump. Continue this movement steadily for 2 full minutes, lifting and lowering at a pace of roughly once every 1 to 2 seconds. During those 2 minutes, your calf muscles are contracting and releasing repeatedly, acting as that second heart we discussed earlier, pushing blood steadily upward with every lift. If you have been sitting for an hour, 2 minutes of this exercise can undo much of that circulatory slowdown. When you feel comfortable, you can progress to alternating one heel at a time or place a folded blanket under the balls of your feet to increase the range of motion. Both progressions are optional. The basic 2-heel version, done consistently, is fully effective on its own. Here is how to combine all 3 exercises into a single daily routine. Begin with the seated march for 60 seconds. Move directly into the leg extension with toe point, 10 repetitions per leg. Finish with the seated calf pump for 2 full minutes. Rest briefly for 30 to 60 seconds, then repeat the entire sequence once more. 2 complete rounds will take you approximately 5 to 6 minutes in total. Do this routine at least once every day. The best time is in the late afternoon or early evening, when blood has typically been pooling in the legs the longest. However, please avoid doing it within 1 hour of going to bed. Activating circulation too close to sleep can make it harder to settle comfortably. The ideal window is from mid-afternoon to about 2 hours before you typically go to sleep. Beyond the exercises, 3 additional strategies will multiply everything you are already doing and support better circulation throughout the entire day. Strategy number 1, front-load your water through the day. Most people know that staying hydrated helps circulation, but fewer know that when you drink matters almost as much as how much you drink. When dehydrated, blood becomes slightly thicker and moves more slowly, making it harder to reach the small vessels in the feet and lower legs. Drink most of your daily water in the first half of the day, with the majority consumed by mid to late afternoon. This keeps blood properly hydrated during your most active hours, reduces nighttime bathroom trips, and supports the smooth flow your legs depend on. Begin well in the morning, continue through midday, and taper off as the evening approaches. Strategy number 2, add beetroot to your meals 2 to 3 times a week. Beetroot contains natural compounds called nitrates. When you eat beetroot, your body converts these nitrates into a molecule called nitric oxide, which causes the inner walls of your blood vessels to relax and widen slightly. This widening allows blood to flow with less resistance and greater ease. Studies have shown measurable improvements in blood flow and blood pressure in people who include beetroot regularly in their diet. You can enjoy it roasted with a little olive oil, sliced into a salad, blended into a soup, or simply boiled as a side with a meal. Cooked or canned beetroot without added sugar works equally well when fresh is not available. 2 to 3 servings per week is enough to notice a meaningful difference over time. Alongside beetroot, make a conscious daily effort to stop crossing your legs while sitting. When one leg is crossed over the other at the knee, it compresses the veins running directly behind that knee joint. This is precisely the point where blood is already working hardest to travel upward against gravity. Crossing your legs adds an obstacle at exactly the wrong location in the circulation path. Keeping both feet flat on the floor while sitting is one of the simplest, most cost-free habits you can adopt starting today. Strategy number 3. Follow the 20-20 rule every day. The research is consistent on this point. It is not only about how much total movement you get in a day. It is about how frequently you break up the periods of complete stillness. Short, frequent movements are significantly more powerful for circulation than longer, less frequent ones. The 20-20 rule works like this. For every 20 minutes of sitting, take 20 seconds to move. That is 10 calf pumps in your chair, a quick foot march, standing up and sitting back down twice. Just 20 seconds is genuinely enough to restart circulation and prevent the pooling that builds up during uninterrupted stillness. Think about what this adds up to. In 10 hours of sitting, the 20-20 rule gives you more than 30 movement breaks throughout the day. Over 1 week, that is more than 200 small circulation resets, each taking only 20 seconds. It does not require more exercise in the traditional sense. It simply requires interrupting stillness with tiny moments of movement woven into what you already do. Set a gentle reminder if it helps, or pair movement breaks with natural transitions in your day, such as commercial breaks, finishing a chapter, or completing a task. A few important things to keep in mind before you begin. Please speak with your doctor before starting any new exercise routine, particularly if you have been diagnosed with blood clots, deep vein thrombosis, severe varicose veins, or any condition affecting the veins or arteries. If you take blood thinners, blood pressure medications, or any regular prescription, let your doctor know you are adding these exercises to your day. If you experience sharp pain, sudden significant swelling, or any unusual symptom during the exercises, please stop and seek medical guidance. For anyone with joint pain or limited mobility, all 3 exercises can be modified. Even very small, gentle movements performed consistently over time will provide genuine benefit. Here is the challenge we want to offer you. Start this routine today. Apply the 3 strategies through your week. Then, 14 days from now, take the 30-second test again. Start at 5 points and subtract 1 for each sign that still applies. Many people find their score improves within 1 to 2 weeks of consistent practice. Some notice the heavy leg feeling in the evening, reducing within just a few days. The body responds to this kind of thoughtful, consistent care far faster than most people expect. When you do take the test again and see improvement, please come back and leave a comment sharing your result. Your story may be exactly the encouragement that someone else needs to take their own first step. And if you know someone who has been mentioning cold feet, tired heavy legs, or swollen ankles, sharing this video with them today may be one of the most genuinely helpful things you do for them this week. Thank you so much for being here and for investing this time in your health. Give this video a like if it was useful to you, and leave a comment below telling us which of the 3 exercises you are planning to try first. There are 2 more videos on your screen right now, and we are certain you are going to find them just as valuable as this one.